everyone. Welcome to Ask Jawson. This is our first episode. I am Joshua Jerzak. I am joined by my wonderful co-host,
Dawson March here. How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing great. We're just booling.
We're booling out here. We're booling out here on the Ask Jawson podcast here. And I'm excited. I see big things for this podcast.
This is going to go far. Yeah. I'm stoked. I'm super happy about this. I'm glad that we're doing this. I'm genuinely happy right now.
100%. And I think it's also good because, well, I mean, let's just talk about the origin of this podcast in general, I think.
I'm sorry. That was so organic.
Well, whatever. We're going to work on those. We're going to work on those. I was thinking of a way to transition in my head. I was like, this could go really well into this topic. And then I did the transition and it just
that was spot on. It was great. No, yeah, let's talk about, I guess, the origins, why we're starting this and how this all came about, and the name, the intro that you would have just heard, everything. There's a story behind all of this, which is weird. It's not like this just came out of nothing. Do you want to talk about, let's start with the intro. Since that's your intro.
Yeah, so this intro song really started off, it's kind of weird. It was before I even wanted to do music with my life and everything, I kind of just was writing music, random songs here and there. And my dad and I got together and wrote this random song. It almost sounds like, I don't know if it sounds like this to you, but like an anime intro. It sounds like a J-pop song without the Japanese singing in it.
Yes.
And so my dad and I wrote this song that I was like, oh, it's cool. I mean, I really like the song and everything. Posted it on SoundCloud and everything. I think we were in the car together and we listened to it.
I played it.
Yeah, you played it.
I had discovered it on my own. And I was like, oh my God, Dawson made this song and it's fantastic. And so next time we were in the car together, I was like, dude, pass me the aux. I got some fire song. And then I started playing it and you're like, this is my song. What?
Right.
And I was like, yeah, it's so good. And you were like, yeah, it's okay. It's, whatever. And it was around the same time when I had started my own YouTube channel. And so I was looking for a intro song to my YouTube channel and all the videos. And so I asked you and you were like, I don't know, it's not that good. And so it never made it into any of my videos.
and back then I was like, I mean, I don't know. I didn't think it was that good at all. I mean, I still don't think it's that good, but
I adore it. I think it's so good. I love it. It starts off with just the piano melody and then all of a sudden it just drops and it takes you for a ride. It's so fun and boppy but also classy at the same time because the piano just gives it this classy tone to it. Yeah.
And it's very high energy, I'll say. It just comes in, it's super high energy, and I think the cool thing about it is just I didn't think too much about it. When I sit down to make a song, I'm there for days, just oh, this doesn't sound right. That song was just whatever came to my head, just throw it in, and it became my most popular song on SoundCloud.
Yeah, I think some of your greatest hits are songs that you don't think about. That one is really good. Your Hello.
Yeah.
You made it literally in 5 minutes. You were messing around and showing kids how to make this song. And literally the lyrics are just Hello.
Hello, yeah.
And it these kids ate it up and they love it. They will play it on their own time. We were literally at a volunteer day, just messing around, and all of a sudden one of the kids just start blasting it and they're all just going nuts. And I was like, Dawson's not even here. What the hell's going on?
It's one of those things. It's I think that a lot of music today is like this, where it seems Like, you listen to it, like, that took no effort to make. Like, what is the point? But it's all about the energy of the song, right? It's like the song just, like, kids just listen to it and they are able to just, like, yeah, it's a stupid song, but they're able to have fun with it. And I think that's a lot of, like,
Yeah,
songs today.
it's some level of like connecting to it
Yeah.
and like hitting like a perfect vibe. Like obviously, like I'm not gonna play "Hello" at a funeral,
Well, if you did, that'd be kind of sick.
but
It
like,
depends on whose funeral, too. Like,
right, I want it played at my funeral.
exactly.
The intro is so good. I love it.
Well,
And
thank you, man.
I think it definitely captures us, like you and me as people. Like if you were to put us as a song and like describe us, like I would describe us the same way I described that song. Like fun, boppy, energetic, but like classy too. Like we know where the line is and we know when like not to go too far with the joke, and we do it all within taste, you know?
Yes, 100%. I actually, it's a good point. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that at all. But I mean, of course, we both take things far too far.
Sometimes we do take things too far.
But we know when we've taken it too far. At a certain point,
Yeah.
It's like you take it too far, and you're like, I got to take it further just to bring it back. But yeah, no, I agree with that, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And it's really cool to be able to use one of my own things. Like I've never really like posted anything of my own on YouTube or anything like that. So it's cool. It's fun.
And also, it's convenient. We don't have to worry about copyright strikes.
Bada bing, bada boom.
So, another organic transition. Let's talk about the origin of the name.
I feel like you should have a sign that you like pull over like this. Origin of the name. Or like we are the embodiment of a really bad PowerPoint presentation, just in voice right now. Like like someone just giving a really bad presentation, bad transitions.
Yeah, have a sign that says bad transition.
It spins in like 30 times.
Yeah.
Really bad animations.
So the origin of the name, this happened before you were a counselor, Dawson. So me and Dawson are both counselors at a summer camp that we volunteer at, and we've been doing it for, God, this was my 8th year, so your 7th year or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, like a very long time we've been doing it. So when my first year as a counselor, there was this other counselor, I'm just going to say his last name because we used his last name as the name of the like sketch. So his last name was Seppi, and Seppi was he was there, and that's it. He didn't do much else, but he was like funny, but like
sometimes that's necessary. Sometimes you have that person there just to provide a little bit of comedic relief.
He did like nothing as a counselor. Like he would sit in the office and literally do nothing. Like at least with you and me, like we're funny, but like we also do stuff. Like we do our job.
Yeah, no.
Probably bare minimum. But,
we do it. We get it done eventually.
Yeah, we do our job. He did nothing. Like he was not a good counselor, to be honest. Like he's never gonna watch this, and if he does, what is he gonna do? Anyways,
he's our biggest fan.
Oh my god, dude, he was a riot though. Like if you talk to him, he was super funny, but he had like this dry, I don't want to say dry humor, but like this monotone voice, and like the way he delivered, like the stuff he said was just so much funnier. So they did Ask Seppi, where other counselors would write in fake questions, and he would give like stupid answers. Like it'd be like, I'm going on, like I have a crush on this counselor, and I'm a camper. What should I do? And he would just be like, nothing. Go home. Or some like stupid crap like that. And like it was funny. And so when it was like he was only there that 1 year, like I was a counselor, and like he had been a counselor for years prior, but like my first year was his also last year. So when you joined, when I was a second year counselor, you joined, he was already gone by then. So there was no Ask Seppi. And then it was a couple years after that there was another counselor that we tried doing a like
Who shall stay unnamed.
Yeah, well, we won't say the name, but we tried doing a talk showy type thing. It wasn't exactly like ask any questions. We just like put the person up there and they tried doing a talk show, and this person is not the best at improv. To put it delicately,
to put it lightly,
this person is not good at improv.
I remember the kids' faces while this whole thing was going on was just the whole time.
That was everyone's faces. My face was. It was a train wreck because they had asked our mutual friend Gavin to be on like part of that skit on the show minutes before they went on. And he gave no like direction of the character. He was just like, yeah, Gavin, come on and just be like a Bear Grylls type of character. And that was it. And so Gavin was like, I don't know what to do. What does that mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a train wreck. So the counselors all decided mutually that we were gonna like not do anything like that for a while. And we're like, we're just not going to try that. It was not good. We're just going to move past.
We're going to pretend that never happened.
But then last year, I had proposed doing Ask Seppi, like reviving it and doing it again. I felt like, enough time had passed since the incident that I was like, I think we could give it another shot. And I was like, I don't want to do it by myself because doing it with one person, like, gets repetitive. And even with Ask Seppi, like, he was by himself and it was getting, like, towards the end, like, doing it by himself, like, it was repetitive and, like, just stale, doing it. So I was like, I don't want to do it by myself. I want someone to be able to bounce off of in the, ask, whatever. And so I was like, I know I do improv and I make jokes very well with Dawson. So I was like, it's just, natural. It's like, it's, Dawson. And I think no one else of our friend group was there that year. Like everyone else had gone.
That's true.
So it was like just you and me of our friend group, and everyone else was like first year counselors. And I don't like bringing first year counselors into like big stuff because then they get like real overconfident and stuff. So I was like,
it's also probably nerve wracking for some of them. But,
oh yeah, 100%. Like most first year counselors are like figuring it out and figuring camp out. So they, clam up and like don't do well on stage and performing in front of people to begin with. So I was like, it just makes sense to have Dawson with me. And Jawson is just our ship name. So it's a
good ship name.
Yeah, it's a ship name. So our ship name is either Jawson or
don't say
like Dosh. Dosh, which that's disgusting.
Dawson.
Dawson.
That's like somebody saying my name with like a. You ever watch Zoe 101 where she's like Shashafresh? It's like Dawson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, Jawson sounds good. We'll go with Jawson. And we did it. And it was, I had such a great time doing it. And I think that's all that really matters. Like when I do improv or like do like skits and stuff, as long as I know I'm laughing, the audience usually laughs at also.
It's like if you're having a good time on stage, usually everyone else is having a good time. You know, if you're like nervous and kind of just like trying to be cool on stage, I don't know, it doesn't work out. So it's always about just having a good time yourself, and then everyone else is gonna have a good time.
Yeah. Anytime, like when we used to do this skit called Raisin Bran, and that was a lot of fun. And anytime we did that, my goal was like, I didn't care whether the audience laughed. I didn't care if like I delivered the lines wrong or whatever. My goal anytime I went on stage was to make you guys laugh.
Yeah, and it worked like every single time.
Yeah, if I made you laugh, if I made Brian laugh, if I made Gavin laugh, any of the other people on stage, if I made them break, then I would be having a good time. I knew you guys would be having a good time, and the audience would find it funny because we're breaking character.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Is that usually if somebody breaks character, I feel like everyone just dies. I don't know. It's just like when you're watching I don't know, a show, or like if you're watching improv, if the people start laughing, like if you're watching Who's Line, when SNL. They laugh, yeah, SNL, when they SNL, laugh. Yeah.
Bill Hader is like my idol because he like delivers lines very well. He like the timing of his jokes are really good, but when he breaks character, dude, it's a riot.
Yeah.
Those are some of the best skits that he's in is when he breaks character.
And that's it. I don't know what it is about that makes it so much funnier.
Because they're supposed to be professionals when it comes to comedy, and you think like they've practiced this skit for a week, they should like be able to hold it together. But something about a joke is just so funny that it's just so hilarious that even the person delivering the joke can't even get through.
That's true.
And it's so good. Even if the joke isn't really that funny, breaking character, like done properly, because there are some people who like break character, like Jimmy Fallon breaks character and it's like not that funny. It's like, all right, dude, calm down.
Do you want to hear something sad?
Please.
One time, somebody was like, you remind me of someone. I was like, what do you mean? Like, who? And he's like, you kind of remind me of Jimmy Fallon. And I was like, no. That's the worst insult you could have ever given me. Like, that is not a compliment.
That's gross.
It hurt.
Yeah.
But some people like him, so I don't know. But I don't know. Speaking of our origins of this podcast, right? I think that another transition moment. But like when we first we were doing this virtual camp thing where we had to do lots of things on Zoom, and it was just a lot of times just me and you trying to entertain people on Zoom, and this is when we realized this could work out, and we were talking about fake sports one time. Or no, we were talking about crazy sports one time on the news segment, and so this got me thinking about some sports, and I actually have a game to play with you right now.
We're playing it right now?
If you're down to play it right now, I'm down to play it right now.
Sure, I am so down to play a game.
Because I just thought I found a great transition moment. We're gonna work on these transitions. I know. I'm gonna sit in my bathroom next to my mirror and just practice transitions until we're really good at it. All right. So I'm going to name a sport, and I'm going to give a short description about the sport. Right. And then you're going to have to tell me if it's real or fake.
Okay.
Okay? Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
It's very straightforward. Okay, the first sport is extreme sock drawer organizing. The name is pretty self-explanatory, but it involves having to organize a sock drawer by color while enduring multiple other challenges, such as dodging balls thrown at you.
How many people are on a team? Am I allowed to ask questions?
Well, you can, but then I'd have to like do a little bit more research because I just copied and pasted like the first paragraph I would see. So no questions.
No questions.
No questions.
Okay. I really
you can ask yourself questions and then try to answer your own questions, but I'm not going to help at all.
Okay, I'll just talk to myself.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's a team sport because like someone has to organize the socks. and then someone on the, like, it's at least a 2-person game, because like someone has to organize the socks, and then there has to be someone throwing the balls at the other team who's like organizing the socks. So like if it was you and me, like I would organize the socks and then you'd be throwing the balls at the opposing team.
That would make sense, yeah.
That would make sense if this is a real sport. I don't know. What is it called? Extreme
sock drawer organizing.
Extreme sock drawer sock drawer is very specific.
Trust me, there are some very specific sports on this list.
My question is, and obviously you don't have to answer.
Yeah.
Is there different leagues? So like, is there like a sock league, a t-shirt league, and like a pants league?
Well, here's the thing, right? You have like, it's like the NSA, like the National Sock Association, or like the NPA, the National Pants Association.
Yeah. God. I mean, I have a 50-50 chance of getting this right.
Correct. You have a 50-50
but
chance.
I also have a 50-50 chance of getting it wrong. So, it's so ridiculous. I'm going to say no.
It's fake?
It's fake.
It's a very good guess. That is fake.
Yes.
Nice job.
I would love to like watch that though.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of interested.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if that's one of those things that sounds like it could be a game show, or like it could be on a game show. Like, you know what I mean?
Like a segment of like, what was that Nickelodeon show? Like,
the Temple or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be like a part of that.
All right, are you ready for the next one?
Yeah, hit me.
Motorcycle polo. This sport is just as dangerous as it sounds. You try to hit a ball through goals as you ride your motorcycle around an arena.
That's real.
It's real?
Yes.
You sure about that?
I'm 100% sure.
I have fake right here.
It's fake?
I made it up.
What? I've heard of that before.
Motorcycle polo? Now I got to do some research. Maybe I got to do some research, but I made that up.
I feel like I've
maybe
heard
it's
that
maybe
before.
maybe I made up a sport that's so ridiculous that it's actually real.
I feel like bicycle, like pedaling polo, or like motorcycle polo.
Well, now I have to do some research and
polo, right?
Polo.
Polo is the one with like the long mallet and they ride on the horse.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a thing.
Well, now I'm going to have to. Maybe next podcast, when you watch it, we'll have corrections on what we got wrong in the last podcast.
Yeah, we'll have a house cleaning.
Yeah, a little bit of house cleaning, a little bit of retconning. Here we go. All right, Next one. Outhouse racing. This annual event takes place in Michigan as 3 teammates attempt to guide their mini restroom across the finish line.
Now, here's the thing. You went very specific with the place, Michigan.
There are also very specific places in here.
Even in the fake ones?
No answers. No more answers.
Here's the thing. There's a YouTube video of a guy who did that, like made it himself.
Okay.
So it's possible. It's 100% possible. And you were very specific with the place. I'm going to say yes.
I think I gave it away. I did a bad job. I mean,
even if you didn't say the place, I watched a video of a dude driving around
How did you find this video?
It was on YouTube trending.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Okay. It was probably like number 3 in trending. Like people are watching. It's like, no way this is real. And then they click on it and it's like,
yeah.
Whoa.
And it's so hilarious because like you'll just see like people's reaction because he drove it like in a public park.
That
so
is
like people
so
just like
funny.
Walking and then just see this porta-john like fly past them. It's not like a little like putt thing. Like he was hauling too. Like, he was cruising.
Well, in this sport, actually, the outhouse is set up on skis and must have toilet paper dispenser and a toilet seat. So
it has to have that.
It has to have that in order to be an outhouse, apparently. But they put the outhouse on skis, and I think they ride the skis down a hill in this outhouse.
That's great.
Okay, are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
This sport is called ferret legging. Ferret legging, also known as ferret down trousers. This sport makes competitors place live ferrets in their pants and trap them by tying their ankle holes shut. Whoever keeps the ferret in the longest wins.
My immediate thought is the episode of Phineas and Ferb with squirrels in my pants. You know that episode?
Josh, why'd you have to out me in front of everyone?
It's fake.
No. Why'd you have to out me? I was going to say I've never seen Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, I thought that's where you got the idea from.
Oh, no. When I was doing research, I found some ideas from TV shows, but thought it would be too obvious, so I didn't use any of them.
Oh, okay. All right.
But that's not saying whether this is real or fake.
That would have been super funny if you got the idea from Phineas and Ferb.
I've actually...
Phineas and Ferb?
I've seen a couple of episodes, but I think I've only seen 2 episodes.
Which ones?
The one where Dr. Doofenshmirtz gets a new enemy, or he gets the panda.
Yes.
That was a really funny episode.
Yeah.
That's the only one I can remember.
I mean, they're all really good. And, like, the songs, like, the soundtrack was, like, on point. Like, I don't think they did a song for every episode, but it was, like, every other or so often. Like,
Does it
was a good episode if it had a song included with it.
Does it hold up? Can I watch it now and still enjoy it?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it definitely holds up. I mean, the humor is definitely there. I don't know. There's some like annoying characters, but I think it holds up.
Like Candace.
Candace is pretty annoying, and like Buford, the bully.
Oh, the big dude, big kid.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying. But yeah, I think it holds up. It's really funny, and like I said, the songs slap. But
they did have a song in that episode that was really just like, I was like, no way they made this song like just for this episode.
Oh yeah,
it's incredible.
And it's the guy who voices Doofenshmirtz makes most of the songs.
No way.
The guy who he voices Doofenshmirtz, he made the campfire song from SpongeBob. Yes.
This is revolutionary.
Yes.
This is revolutionary.
He posted it because he has his own TikTok, and every so often he'll do like the Doofenshmirtz voice and like whatever other characters he voices. And so he talked about the campfire song, and originally he wanted it to be where Patrick, like when SpongeBob like turns it over to Patrick, he wanted it for Patrick to just yell letters, 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 letters. And and so then like his co-writer was like, what if like we just have like Patrick like keep up with like the song like and like freak out, and he was like, oh yeah, we'll like do that, and then like they flip-flopped it back and forth, and so the final version was Patrick like trying to keep up and like stumbling with the song. And he was like, yeah, I kind of like that version better.
Yeah, I wonder how different, like, it would be. You know, if that song would be as big as it is if they kept Patrick screaming letters, letters, letters.
I think it probably would have still been just as funny. I mean, that's a funny joke, like him just yelling letters.
Yeah, that's true. That is like, a funny joke.
Not even like ABC, like, no, literally yelling the word.
Letters, letters.
Letters, letters, letters. That's
That is a
hilarious.
funny joke. That is a funny joke.
So I digress.
Ferret legging.
Ferret legging, I don't think is real. I think you made it up. It's not specific enough. Based on the previous example, I don't think it's specific enough.
It's real.
Why?
It's real. Let me see if I could find more information about it on
Why would people do that?
let's see. Ferret legging. Let me see. Parkour, no. Cheese rolling, we know already.
Yes, cheese rolling. I love.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny.
Where did I find ferret? I'll find it eventually, but it is real. I found it on a real thing. I did also just find unicycle polo. Maybe that's what you were thinking of.
Maybe.
Yeah. Unicycle polo, which also it sounds way more intense than motorcycle polo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
The next sport is jelly diving. You guessed it, this sport, originating in Northern Ireland, involves people diving into a large pool of jelly whilst trying to create the smoothest entry. The dives are rated on a scale of 1 to 10, and a competition is held once a year in Kilkenny, Ireland. Kilkenny, Ireland. Kilkenny? How do you say that? Kilkenny, Ireland. Ireland.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. There's so many things wrong with that I think it's fake because one, that's so much jelly.
Well, it's not jelly as in peanut butter and jelly. It's just a viscous liquid that they call jelly.
But still, like you have to make that. Like that's not
That's true. That's true.
like that's not something that you just like find in the wilderness and then just like, hey, let's jump into this. Like you have to like make that and like pour it into like a pool or some type of large container.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you have someone dive into it, you have to then reset it every time someone jumps in because it leaves the hole. And then you have to also figure out a way to take them out a bit because they'll be stuck face first into the jelly. And God forbid if they can't get them out quick enough, they're going to suffocate on jelly. What a crappy way to die. Just having your lungs filled with jelly. That sucks. I'm not buying it. That's so crappy. No, it takes too much work, too dangerous. No. It's fake.
You fell right into my trap.
It's real.
No, it's fake.
It's
I thought the Kilkenny, Ireland was gonna get you for sure.
no. At this point, I have thrown logic out the window.
Yeah.
I'm not listening to places.
All right. I have one more for you.
It just did not make any sense.
You're right. No, after you started saying these things, I was like, darn it. I could have said anything else. I could have said, like, I don't know, soda.
Yeah, like if it was soda or like a
Yeah.
different type of liquid.
Yeah.
But to make it like a viscous, like borderline solid, like.
Did you ever watch the Mythbusters? They think there was a Mythbusters where they swam through jelly to see if it would work. I have to send it to you. There's a Mythbusters out there, I'm pretty sure, where they had to swim through jelly. Or like a viscous liquid.
Yeah.
Alright, this next sport. This next sport is called Buzkashi. The name means goat bashing, and it involves horse-mounted players attempting to drag a goat carcass across a goal. I'll read that again. I kind of read that weird. The name means goat bashing. It involves horse-mounted players attempting to drag a goat carcass across a goal.
Can you reread that, but put a little more emphasis on carcass?
Yeah, of course, for sure. The name means goat bashing, and it involves horse-mounted players attempting to drag a goat carcass across a goal.
Say carcass for me one more time.
Carcass.
I don't like that.
Or we say it the French way, carcass.
Carcass.
It sounds really fancy. It was just a goat carcass. What'd you guys have for dinner tonight? Oh, we had goat carcasse with pear marmalade and a wet red wine reduction.
God, you know what? God, I'm gonna say yes. I think it's crazy enough, and like people are nuts that like it take it. It's so that's kind of messed up, but like I think people, yeah, I think it's real.
It is real. Very good guess. But you want to hear something crazy about it?
I mean, what's more crazy than people on horses dragging a goat carcass?
It's Afghanistan. It's Afghanistan's national sport. Can you believe that?
National sport.
Yeah.
So it's like popular enough. It's not like people like some like back alley like game. Like
It's
like if like
on TV. I think like that. I think like
what's the game like craps?
where they throw the dice on the ground and stuff like that. Yeah.
Imagine craps being like USA's national sport.
No, this is way worse though. This is like
I mean, no, it is totally worse, but like it's not some like what I'm saying is like it's not some back alley game.
That's true. That's true.
Like nobody really knows, or like you have to like know about it to like play it or something. Like it's the national sport.
And it's the national sport. I wonder if they have like teams and leagues and stuff, and they show it on TV. Like, is there like an NBA, the National Buzkashi Association? Like,
the NBA.
You know what I mean?
Worked. Oh my god.
But yeah, that was the last one. You did great. I think you only got 1 or 2 wrong, right?
I think.
Yeah, but the rest you got right.
I got was it the motorcycle polo I got wrong, and there was one other one I think I got wrong.
And ferret legging.
Yeah, I said that was fake.
But everything else you did a great job. Great job. Yeah.
That's wild. Good lord.
Some crazy sports out there, man.
And there's like so much more crazy sports though. Like that's not it.
That's scratching the surface right there.
Yeah, 100%. I'm down to like revisit that like later on, like in like several more episodes.
Episode 17.
We're calling it.
Yep, right now.
17. Mark it down. We're gonna play it again.
We're gonna play it again, and it's gonna be way crazier.
Way crazier. Yeah. But yeah, Jesus, I don't know. People do crazy stuff when they're bored.
And
like someone had to look at a goat carcass, look at the horse, and think and make up rules. There's official rules of playing. What is the game called? Buzkashi?
Buzkashi. Buzkashi.
Like they had to sit there and be like, no, you can't do that. That's not in the rules.
Yeah, they're already dragging a a goat carcass, and somebody's like, "No, sorry, you're doing this wrong."
Foul. That's a foul. You can't do that. What?
That's a foul. There's a referee and everything.
Because there are no rules.
You think people bet on it?
Oh, 100%. They're definitely like, it's what, Afghanistan?
Yeah.
They're probably like betting like cows and stuff. I don't know what the currency in Afghanistan.
They're betting dowries.
Yeah, they're probably.
Yeah, that is really funny. Oh man.
Good.
Well, yeah, that's that game. It's a good one. There's good some good sports in there.
So my topic, I have a topic. My topic is. So I have a question for you, Dawson.
I'm ready for this question.
And this isn't like a right or wrong answer. I just want you to think. Okay?
Yeah.
Let me paint the scenario for you.
I'm listening.
You go to a bar. You're sitting at the bar. you see a girl in the corner of your eyes, and you kind of lock eyes with her. You see her, and you get in this kind of vibe that like she's into you. You walk over and you go, "Hey, can I buy you a drink?" And she goes, "Yeah, sure." And you're like, "What drink do you want?" And she goes, you can get me like an apple teeny." So you buy her an apple teeny. She starts drinking the apple teeny, and then she has an allergic reaction. She purposefully had this allergic reaction to get away from you. How do you feel? What is your reaction?
Wow.
What is your thought process in that situation?
Is she going into anaphylactic shock?
100%.
Okay.
It's borderline life-threatening.
Okay.
What do you
say, hey, good luck. I'll see you later, and I leave. No.
Just peace.
I drop a tip on her table and I just leave. $5, and then I'm out.
Pay for the drink and leave.
Yeah. What do I do in this situation? Everyone around sees this happening, because if somebody's going into anaphylactic shock, everyone around.
It causes a scene. Yeah. It causes a scene, 100%.
So based on that fact alone, I have to administer the EpiPen.
If she has one, she probably will.
If she doesn't have one, she deserves to die. That came out more wrong, because people are allergic and don't have their EpiPens on them, and that doesn't mean they deserve to die. But if I don't have my EpiPen on me and I purposely take a sip of apple juice because I know I'm allergic to apples, that's it. That's it. You asked for it. You know what I mean? You're just like, I know I'm allergic to apples. I know I'm definitely allergic to apples. I know I don't have my EpiPen. Time to chug this apple teeny. That's when I have no sympathy.
So you have no sympathy for her?
I mean, no, I would, of course, try to save her life, but I have no sympathy.
How would you feel as a person knowing that she drank this apple teeny?
Now, I've been rejected many times in life. Totally, that's shooting pretty high. That's a pretty big rejection.
Totally.
I would feel accomplished.
What?
I would feel accomplished. Somebody went that far out of their way to not be with me. I could just be like, yeah, some girl faked, like some girl almost died because she didn't want to talk to me.
Oh my God.
And then everyone's like, wait, what do you mean? Like, what happened? And then I explain the story, and they're like, no way. What would you do?
I kill myself. Kill myself.
That's like, I'm like...
You cannot get a worse rejection. She could have literally said no, but she would rather risk killing herself than to, like, verbally reject me. That is the worst type of rejection.
100%. 100%. And you know what? Now that I think about it,
the option.
That is a very fair point, Josh. But think about it this way. Is that something must be wrong with her to not love you, to not want to.
Counterpoint. There must be something wrong with you. Because here's the thing. One of two things happened. Okay? One, you gave off such creepy vibes.
Fair enough.
That, like, because you haven't said anything to her. It's not like you're having a conversation beforehand. It wasn't like you literally just asked, "Can I buy you a drink? What type of drink do you want?" So she's going based off of nothing other than your vibes. Okay? Well, she's going based off of one of two things. Either your vibes, which are either super creepy and she's terrified for her life, to where she feels that the only way out of this situation is death, or the only other thing that she's going based off of is your looks. And you are so god-awfully ugly.
See, that one hurts. That one hurts. That's a situation where I'm like, you know what, Josh? Maybe you're right.
You're so god awfully ugly that she just doesn't want to see you. So she purposefully orders this appletini to borderline kill herself. The hardest out you can ever have.
She just got so tired of looking at you. She's just like, I gotta die.
It's not like, oh, I have a dentist appointment I have to go to. Like, that's a hard out. You cannot have a harder out than...
no. Here's my yeah. Here's my thing here is, what if you asked her, hey, could I buy you a drink? And then she pulls out a gun and shoots herself. Like, what do you do then? Very similar situation.
Pretty similar, but at least like she's still alive after she drinks an appletini. Yeah. Like, it's only like a chance she may die. Like, if like left alone, then she could die from the appletini. Yeah,
that's true.
A gunshot is kind of harder to come back from.
If I bought her that appletini and she takes a sip and she's like, I'm just like, oh, well, all right. And I take the appletini and walk away, take a sip.
Finish the appletini.
Oh, like, bartender, nice drink, man. You did a great job. Perfect ratio. Well, in all honesty, my final answer to this question would be to attempt to save her. Call 911, of course, and then attempt to save her life.
In reality, all joking aside, you still try and save her life, even though like she obviously rejected you and doesn't want to see you.
And then maybe she just was gonna kill herself anyway, and you just kind of were like the breaking point. You know what I mean? You were kind of that thing that pushed her over the edge.
That is terrible.
It's terrible, but I mean, if somebody's pushed to that point in their life, it's already pretty terrible.
Just seeing someone, that's gotta be a really crappy life. I'm sorry, but like, how crappy is your life to where just looking at someone makes you go, yeah, this isn't worth living.
Yeah. And then, at least you go out with like a nice drink, though. You know, appletinis are delicious.
I haven't had one. I kind of want one.
Well, I don't know if I've had an appletini, but there's this thing that somebody told me called Apple Jacks, and it's Jack Daniels and apple juice, and it was pretty good. Or Jack Daniels and apple cider. Sorry.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it was pretty delicious.
All right, let's promote stuff. What are we promoting, Dawson? Our email.
Well, I'd like to be promoted to manager, please. Yeah, I mean, I guess email. I mean, I think it would be cool for people to, you know, send us some stuff. Go ahead.
What is it?
You're going to have to figure that one out. Do some little investigation work here. I'm not going to give it to you. You got to do your work. Study a little bit.
You got to do some of the legwork here.
Yeah, we can't do everything.
We're making the podcast. You got to figure some of this stuff out, right?
Well, all right. Okay. The email is askjawson, Jawson, JAWSON @gmail.com. Go ahead, send us. I said send us stuff, but like there are some things I don't want you to send us. Like, don't just like email us pictures of, I don't know, inappropriate things. Like, I don't want that.
You can also check out our social medias. At least you can check out my social medias.
Yeah, don't look at my social media.
Well, you don't go on Twitter.
I do not.
So that's awkward.
Go ahead, promote your Twitter. I'll sit here and listen to your Twitter promotion.
So my Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter @YoBoyJosh. It's yo_boy_Josh.
Yo boy Josh.
Yo boy Josh. My Instagram is slightly different because Yo Boy Josh was taken, so I had to go with Yo Boy Josh 96, all one word. So you can check me on those. I don't post very often, but I may start posting it very often. I know I post on Twitter quite a bit, and my Twitter is very funny.
Yeah, your Twitter is pretty fire. I don't have Twitter, but whenever I see things from you on Twitter, they are pretty fire.
Thank you.
Yeah. Your replies to specific tweets are what I really enjoy.
Oh yeah, my replies are so funny.
Yeah.
Even on Instagram, when I reply on Instagram,
yeah,
I'm very funny because I reply to your sister's Instagram quite a bit and like mess with her.
That's
so
a good one. Those are always perfect.
But yeah, you can follow me. You can email us any questions you have, and any funny articles you want us to talk about, and any topics you want us to talk about. Follow me on my social medias, and you can also check out the podcast, any future episodes that are posted on. We're gonna start off with iTunes, Spotify, and you can watch the video version of this on YouTube.
And probably Tidal as well.
We're probably gonna like branch and do other streaming services. Services?
No, you said that. You said that perfectly, and then you're like, "No, I didn't." But you said it perfectly. Yeah, you literally just like you nailed it, and then you're like, "Darn it, I messed up." And
I thought I said surfaces, as in like.
Oh, well, I heard services.
I don't know. I messed with myself.
We can post it to some streaming surfaces as well if you want.
Yeah, I guess if there are any streaming surfaces, then it'll be on there also.
Granite, wood,
marble,
yeah,
wood, polyester.
I love that one.
Sure. Yeah, check us out on anything you want to watch podcasts on.
Well, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Dawson.
I'm Dawson.
And have a great day.
Bye.
I've been taking it